Hey guys, Coach Lily here. I'm going to go over a couple things as we get started. It's been kind of difficult with people showing up at different times for practice and leaving at different times. It's kind of hard to make sure everybody is getting all the information that they need. First thing I'm going to talk about is there's several of you guys that still need forms. If you go to the Tennessee High website, hopefully you can see that on my screen here. If you go to athletics and you click on athletic department home, if you scroll down through here on the left hand side, you're going to see forms. So when you click on forms, there's all of these things that have to be filled out. So a lot of you guys have your physical, but make sure that you also get these other forms filled out. Everything under here, the Appalachian Orthopedics disclaimer, the cardiac arrest awareness, the concussion statement, the drug testing policy, the health data and insurance form, all of that has to be filled out and signed as well on top of your physical exam. Okay, so please, if you have not done that, please get that done ASAP. You cannot compete with us if you don't do that. All right, so moving on, we got an email from Coach Jeffers, and I'm going to go over that with you guys because there's some stuff here that we really need to talk about. All right, so as you know, we've been wearing masks and getting our temperature taken and doing all these things at practice to try to be safe. So we're going to have to be even more careful at the race this Thursday. We want to have a season, and in order to have the season, we've got to show that we can follow the recommendations from the CDC, even if we don't like to wear a mask, even if we don't agree with wearing a mask. If you want to participate, this is something that we have to do. So we're asking you guys to step up, be leaders. We have a lot of seniors on the team this year. We need everybody on the team, regardless of what grade you are in, to step up and be a leader and do these things without us having to repeat ourselves and ask you over and over. Everybody's going to be watching. Okay, so here's the email that Coach Jeffers sent. Thank you for agreeing on short notice to participate and give our kids some hope, but keep in mind what we are dealing with now and how everyone is affected. Changes in guidelines that will affect and what others are going through. Virginia has already pushed back to December. North Carolina cannot start practice until November 4th, and their season will run from November to January. Also, keep in mind the most important thing right now, the team, okay? Your girls, boys, and getting them back to competing. So that's what us as coaches, guys, that's what we're trying to do. All right, so we've been given permission to hold a small 5-way meet this Thursday. Okay. Daniel Boone, Dobbins Bennett, Elizabethton, Science Hill, and Tennessee High. It's going to be 2 miles. Girls will start at 6 and boys will start at 6:30. Okay. They're not having a JV race this week. All right. Some of the restrictions will be, since the event has been previously scheduled on campus for a while, soccer has a 6 o'clock match at the stadium and all of the TSSAA state and county guidelines that they would like a low-key, quick in and quick out event to get our kids back to competing. Keep in mind, this is early. Everything is like a trial run and no one wants to do anything to hold up or postpone the season. Eyes will be watching. It is very important that everyone understands this and follows the guidelines given. Each school will be allowed to run 10 girls and 10 boys, keeping the maximum to 50 in each of the 2 races. No JV race at this time. All right. Only teams and coaches will be allowed through the gates coming from the crossroads. All other gates will be locked due to the soccer match. Only 500 meters of the 3,200 meters is on the Boone side. No one is to arrive before 5 p.m. Teams will have temperature checks as soon as they get there, and no team tents will be put up. Team members must bring their own water. So please pack some water for Thursday, guys. All parents and spectators must wear a mask. All right, again, guys, we're asking you guys to be leaders. We want you guys to step up, be a good example. We're going to have people in the community watching. We need this to happen with us without us having to remind you over and over and over. Okay, so parents and spectators must wear a mask. Teams are not going to be allowed to go to the starting line until 5 to 10 minutes prior to the race. There will be no clutch at the end, meaning they're not going to be channeling you guys through the finish line area. It's going to be corral fashion, which means as soon as you go through, you're going to walk through and leave. No spectators are allowed in this area. Everyone needs to help be spreading out and not congregating. Okay? All right. Again, as he says, we know this is extreme, but this is what has to happen. We don't want to be put off like Virginia. We don't want to be canceled like North Carolina. Like, we want to try really hard to have some races this year and get things moving. So please, just make sure you're wearing your mask. Don't cause problems. Stay spread out. Don't be congregating. All of those things will help ensure that we get to compete. And that's what we all want. All right, practice this week. Tonight we are going to meet at the Weir Dam, anywhere between 6:30 and 7, and we will be doing a fartlek workout. When you get there, we'll tell you what we're doing. Also, if you are running on Thursday, which will be the top 10 girls and top 10 boys, girls, that means all of you guys are running the top 10 fastest times for the time trial the other day will run on Thursday, and we'll send out that list tomorrow to make sure you guys know exactly who's going Thursday. We will have to get you guys uniforms on Wednesday, so make sure you're there on Wednesday to get your uniform. Again, we got to have uniforms before we go to the race on Thursday. And again, everything else should be on your schedule. If you have any questions at all, okay, you can look back here. We are leaving from behind THS at 4:15. That should put us there around 5, and we're not allowed to get in the gate until 5 anyways. So if you have questions, let me or Coach Nunn know, and hopefully I will see you at practice here in a couple hours.